Right.
74 runs were scored in the opening session, and now we have seen 89 runs being scored for one wicket only. But Cheteshwar Pujara, in the era of baseball, has still not gotten to his 58. In fact, he's batting on 42 of 116 balls. Shreyas Iyer is on 41 of 77 balls. And looking at the way how Cheteshwar Pujara is backing, it seems Test cricket is still old-fashioned in a lot of ways. And so, the anti-baseball critic, which Rahul would like to say, Cheteshwar Pujara.
Baseball critic.
Baseball critic, okay. Baseball critic Cheteshwar Pujara, 42 of 116. Shreyas Iyer, 41 of 77, looking much more assured and composed. Although, he was troubled a bit occasionally by Mehdi Hassan, especially the ones that skidded on. Pujara, one moment was there when Taijul Islam spun one across his defense. It just missed off stump. But apart from that, it's been a typical grinding Pujara knock. Shreyas Iyer, as always, showing his mettle against spin. And Bangladesh will be left to rue this one chance that they had of Pujara. I mean, it was a clear, but the keeper, unfortunately.
I think also because, maybe they might... Okay.
No, this just, I think, fell short. Shreyas Iyer gave that, that was not a chance, half chance.
So, I think considering the pace and the bounce on the wicket, maybe the keeper could have stood a little closer to the stumps.
Yes.
Now,
because there is not much bounce on this wicket.
Exactly.
And that was the undoing of Rishabh Pant. The only one who looked to take the attack to the Bangladeshi bowlers, batting brilliantly on 46, all set to get a 50, but Mehdi Hassan was troubling him with that straighter delivery. This delivery stayed low. Pant tried to late cut it or guide it to third man, bottom edge, bounced onto the wicket and then hit the stumps.
He should be disappointed. He will be disappointed, in fact, because he had gotten to a score of 46. Perhaps maybe a 50, maybe a 60 run knock, a 70 run knock. Should have at least given him much needed confidence and a breather also from whatever has been happening lately. With Rishabh Pant.
Yes.
Of course, I'm not blaming anybody, whatever is happening with him, but still, this would have given him a much needed confidence. Top order had collapsed. KL Rahul got out cheaply.
Yes.
Virat got out cheaply. Shubman Gill got out cheaply, and a lot depended on in fact. Rishabh Pant for him, a lot relied on him, and he had done the hard work, gotten to a good start, 46. He had put pressure back on the Bangladeshi bowlers, and now
a missed opportunity for him.
At least you won't say that he threw his wicket. Now in hindsight, you can always say that he could have played with with a full face of the bat, or could have defended the delivery. But then now, the fact of the matter is 46, he's been dismissed. And would you call that this is your last recognized batting pair batting at the moment?
Ashwin's got a good record,
especially in subcontinent.
India, and also in test matches, he can bat solidly
in India and West Indies.
Yes,
but in India and West Indies.
But Asian conditions, I think he can be called upon to tackle. Aksar is hit and miss, but I think he can lend that solidity when needed. Yeah, but apart from that, the solid batting that you would want is this last duo, Pujara and Iyer. Ashwin can be called upon. Aksar Patel, as I said, hit and miss. So, yeah, Iyer and Pujara have to ensure that they get them to at least 250, 275 by the close of play today. They have to be there at the wicket tomorrow.
No, Iyer will have to ensure that.
Yeah.
Pujara.
I mean, Pujara, if he can get to 75 today, it will be a big deal.
Pujara is...
looking at the way how he is. So...
the staunch critique of baseball cricket, huh?
I know, seriously. But I think the approach might work looking at the situation. I mean, on that flat road of a wicket, which was given a below average rating in Rawalpindi, by the way, it deserved a straight poor. There, England could score at close to 6 runs an over, 8 runs an over. But on a spinning deck in Multan, they managed to get to about 4. That was the level of which baseball could operate. But baseball operated well with the ball there. not so much with the bat. So I would just say Pujara's technique works. It can grind the best bowlers down. Australia will know it. 2018, 19, 2020, 2021. It was Pujara who wore them down totally. So that technique also works. That approach also works. But let's not read too much into baseball. Whatever suits the player's style and how they want to go about it, looking at the situation, that must be considered. Not any other things. For example, Rishabh Pant, yet again a middling kind of a situation. He could have played a better shot, but again, that at that time instinct doesn't allow you to dictate whether you can change or not. So Rishabh Pant, a missed opportunity yet again. Maybe he can come good in the second innings, because when you set a target, I think Pant could be more dangerous at that point in time.
You want to take this?
And Shubham is saying Shreyas is the best player of spin in the world currently. Look at his confidence. We tend to focus on his weakness, but see his strengths too. He has solid temperament, is a gutsy player. We never argued with that. I mean, Shreyas Iyer, if you want to look at it, is the best player of spin, Shubham. But in balance, if we have to say, we also focused on his weakness.
Exactly.
And it was out in the open. It was not as if, we just highlighted and the rest of the players saw it. Although we hope they could have seen our show and done it. But still, that weakness was there for everyone to see. I hope he overcomes that weakness. If he does so, he'll be the total player that India is looking for in the coming years.
And he has these strengths. That is the reason why he's playing for India.
Absolutely. So, the one shot that he hit down the ground, that was fantastic. It showed that he's coming down the track much more to negate the spin. So that is why Taijul and the likes of Shakib are not able to get their consistent length. See, what they rely on, accuracy. By dancing down the track, Shreyas Iyer is putting doubts. So that's why they can't settle into that wheeling away line and length and rhythm and accuracy. So that is why kudos to Iyer. I think he will be the key in this entire innings now. If India are to post somewhere around 350-400, because the bounce is not there on this Chattogram wicket. Can you stop? Take any other question? Aditya Kavlekar. Good to see Iyer back performing. He had a tough year, injured, lost captaincy to Pant, didn't get retained by DC. Difficult time captaining KKR under McCullum, lost place to Sky, short ball problem. Aditya, I hope, yes, there is light at the end of the tunnel for Shreyas Iyer, because look, when he was in the domestic circuit, especially when he was playing for Mumbai, he was a different beast altogether. I mean, the knocks that he played, especially I can remember I think he played against Australia in the warm-up. One time when Australia played against Mumbai. That was fantastic. Sambhaji Ghadge, yes, we are following that. Arjun Tendulkar.
95 not out.
Yes, and he could match his father. First class debut. If you may look at it, Sachin Tendulkar hit a century in the Ranji, Irani, Ranji, Devdar and Dulip. And Arjun on his Ranji debut could hit a century, match his father after 34 years. 1988, he had hit a century on debut. In the Ranji
Trophy, first class debut.
Yes, I think it was against Gujarat, if I'm not mistaken. Bombay were taking on Gujarat. 1988, he hit exactly 100. So hope that Arjun Tendulkar does that. And it's been an action-packed Ranji Trophy already. The first 2 days. Prabh Singh.
Exactly, and even in Lali, Haryana versus Himachal, Haryana were bowled out for 46 in Lali, and I understand the reason. But they're on the same wicket.
They have made 450 plus.
Exactly.
And you think Haryana's performance was woeful. Chhattisgarh versus Pondicherry all out for 37.
But Pondicherry, you won't rate Pondicherry and Haryana as equals, to be very honest.
Okay, no? That's a big statement, considering Haryana have won the Ranji Trophy once in their life.
No, that's why I'm saying. Yeah. That's why I'm saying, because Pondicherry and Haryana. What is the score there?
Chhattisgarh 162 all out. Pondicherry in response 37 all out.
So that's
Chhattisgarh made 109.
So that's why I'm saying, Pondicherry and Haryana, you won't treat them as equals. Haryana is much better than.
Better, yeah, I know. But Lali, yet again, either the bowling has been way off the mark, because this is the same, and the wicket doesn't change much. It's winter time in Rohtak. There will be moisture content there, and there will be swing and seam. Just I think the Himachal Pradesh players are putting on a much better show than we can say. Aditya Kavlekar, bowling team have players to help shine the ball. We have Pujara to soften the ball. Okay. Very good observation, Aditya. Yeah, I mean, the more you bowl at Pujara, it's like bouncing off a wall. He's had that much of success. Yes, hundreds have not been there in the making for him. I mean, he's not hit many hundreds, but he's been effective. His impact has been brilliant in a different way. We have been very unfair on him, stating that, oh, we need big hundreds from Pujara. Oh, you need to improve strike rate. Why? If one method is working well for you, why do you have to break it? Prashant Trivedi with a question for you, Rahul. Do you think Bangladesh can upset India in this test series?
See, I have to choose my words very, very carefully. Well, anything can happen, but I would still back India to win the series. I don't want to say that because on paper and going by the experience and the quality of bowling and batting that both the teams have, I would still go for India. But then yes, they can upset, they can cause an upset. They're playing at home. First match is in Chittagong, and then the second match. And also you have to remember that Bangladesh will have to bat fourth.
Yes.
Here. So any score, any target in excess of 225, 250 could be very difficult. But for that to happen, India will have to do something to get there first.
Yes. Already we are seeing that this Chattogram wicket does not have that much of bounce. Some are staying low and there is a bit of turn. If you rip it in the right areas, it is giving you turn. And as the conditions continue like this and the way how this test match is proceeding, batting fourth is going to be a big task. And Bangladesh, remember, they have won against Australia and England in Bangladesh, but remember, those wins came at their fortress of Mirpur. In Chattogram, they don't have that good a record, unfortunately. So let's hope that Bangladesh can at least put up a fight. Prashant Trivedi, if you have to answer, if you want my opinion, I had said it'll be tough for Bangladesh to beat India, because honestly, India in Test cricket are a far more disciplined bunch. But yes, in the Sena countries, the discipline is gone for a toss, because every Sena tour, they have had one bad session, and that has cost them not just the match, but the series. Think back to South Africa. 242 and 240 plus never was chased in the fourth innings in Joburg. But South Africa did it thanks to Dean Elgar. And after that, the series was never the same. India lost in Cape Town, India lost in the ODIs. So I don't know. I think the bad sessions don't come for India in the Asian conditions. It happens only in the Sena countries. Oh boy, football. Will Morocco create history? Last time you said they won't and Spain lost. Okay. See, predictions can be 50-50, Aditya, in football. Anything can happen. But yes, Morocco can do it, but it will be a tough task against a very disciplined French lineup, because the problem with Portugal and Spain was that they didn't have many strikers. Strike-wise, if you look at it, Spain did not have much. Portugal, on the other hand, were just reliant on Cristiano Ronaldo, but Ronaldo himself was having so many problems, disciplinary issues, attitude issues. So that's how it is. Rahul Yadav was saying, sir, Gill and Gaba के बाद कोई अच्छी innings नहीं खेली तो अभिमन्यु तो try करना चाहिए. But how many innings has Shubman Gill played after that Gaba knock? He hasn't played that many tests. Have India played that many tests after?
Shubman?
Yeah.
I think there was...
Okay, he did fail in the World Test Championship.
In New Zealand, when New Zealand came here, he I think featured in only one or was injured, I think.
Yeah, he didn't play much. He featured in the World Test Championship where he did play some attacking cricket in the first innings, but apart from that, there is nothing else. Yeah, but Shubman, I think you'll have to give him a longer rope here. You have to give him a long rope. So, GGK, Pant is what we want in test, but hope Pant is given no more chance in T20 to do this anymore. When was last time he scored 40 in T20I? That Pant debate will continue, GGK, it will forever continue. And that's how it comes, sir. Yep. So, final session about to start, and it's already begun with Ibadat Hossain bowling to Pujara. We'll come back for the...
There's a very interesting development.
Sir Arjun Tendulkar.
Yeah.
Yes, he can match his father.
Wow.
Yes, 34 years later. So we'll be back for the final session. Thank you. Bye-bye. Vanakkam. Subscribe to Sports Today for all the latest news and analysis.